Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode four of Flesh and Banter.
Is that
I
what you had
am
to check?
Casey. Huh?
That's what you had to check if it was four or not. That's clean. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to episode 4 of Flesh and Banter. I am Casey. This is my co-host. I don't know where you are on the overlay. Somewhere. This
Yeah,
is
dude.
Sam,
Just guessed.
and then we have a really special guest. First time on the pod, Dom Napa.
Why is he
Dom, how
special
you
though,
doing,
dude?
man?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it, dude. You can context clues. It's good to have you here, boys. How's everyone's week in Fab been? Dom, do you want to start us off?
Holy.
Holy. Yeah, great. Won the PQ yesterday, obviously. It wasn't yesterday, it was Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Ah.
That's why you won it. You're the only one
Yeah,
that showed
that's
up.
right, yeah.
One
true.
man.
No, it was just a normal day on the tools, so to speak. I didn't go to the PQ on the weekend, I had other stuff to do, which is unfortunate, but, yeah, still just playing Mario and being a bit sad because it sucks.
Yep.
But so trying to find something. I think I'll only be able to attend one PQ this season, so not super invested in it.
Why? Because you're just gonna win and that's it.
Yeah, but also I'll judge our local one and then do one trip up to wherever.
Wombi.
I don't know, Woombie maybe. Yeah,
Mm.
but we'll see. But yeah, anyway, other than that, it's just nothing really crash hot. Just still Mario.
Yeah,
Mario
nice.
gaming.
Hell yeah.
I saw Puffin make an appearance on the calling on the weekend stream, and it got me a little bit hyped. And then I thought about it again, and was like, yeah, but then I played Puffin, so
Just gonna play Palantir
Anyway.
like 8 times. It's all good, dude.
true,
Yeah.
true.
Makes the deck good.
But yeah, pretty uneventful week in Fab, to be honest. But still
Hell
doing.
yeah. Sam, what about yourself? How's your week been, man?
Fine. I've been playing RKO all week. I really love the deck. It's really fun to play. Haven't won as many games as I'd like to, but I'm still like every list I play, I feel like it's just different. And then on the weekend, the PQ, I was like, I'll bring RKO and I'll play a list that I haven't tested. So we took
Naturally.
one of Mansant's like newer lists that didn't have any of the 2 for 8s in it. That was a bad idea. We went 1 and 3 before I just gave up. I played against, what did I play? It was Slippy, lost to Slippy. That was just, Oliver kicked my ass, he always does.
Oh, it was an actual Slippy. Interesting.
Yeah, and then I played Kasai on played Rob, and then Rob. Oh, I was so far ahead, man. I felt so good, and then we got like to end game state, and he golded and ripped the blood on the hands off the top, and then was just like, oh yeah, crack 6 copper every mode. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably it. And then round
Yeah,
3, I
that'll
played
do
against a
it.
Rippy, and that was just all my favour. That felt insane. That was what I want the deck to do every single time. And then after that, I played a Marlin that their worst turn was 13 overpower. Every other turn was like 16 plus with on hits ripping cards out of hand. I've never seen, like, if Marlin did that every single time, I'd think Marlin's the best deck in the format by a mile. It was ridiculous. I couldn't do anything. I had a lot of fun. Then after that, I just went home.
Yeah, Mom's a bit of a house when she does
That's
the
cool.
thing.
Marlin was the most played deck, right? On the weekend for our PQ.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was
there
like
was
5
five
Marlins.
Marlins.
Yeah.
It was,
I thought you were joking when you said that's insane.
No,
it was
no,
a wild meta. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I just played stuff that my deck's like fine into, but no, I still had a lot of fun. Like I played RKO because I didn't want to play Syndra because Syndra's just boring, and I wanted to enjoy myself. So I was like, I'd rather go 1 and 3 with a deck I enjoyed than win the event. Oh no, actually no, winning the event would be pretty good still, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was yours, Case? You had a great time, didn't you?
My PQ was a bit of a roller coaster. I started off 3-0, which was good, felt alright, and then bad beats incoming. I just spent the next 3 rounds kind of just getting bent over. I had a Syndra, my round 4 opponent, shout out Lachlan. He led with triple Draconic Head Jab into Wrath of Retribution and proceeded to put me to 16 on turn 0 of the game.
That's clean.
So,
You love to see that.
Yeah, Lockie's just
Yeah,
goated,
that
though,
was-
so makes sense.
yeah. So that was pretty rough. It was I couldn't. I tried, but I couldn't quite claw it back from there, which was a shame. But um, rolled into a KO second last round, and he just did the KO thing. Not RKO, old KO. Yeah, he went like four. I think he had a Savage Sash Blood Rush turn where he went 4 chain links wide, all on attack action cards. I think it was Wild Ride for 8, Pulping for 8, Wild Ride for 7 into Swing Big for 10. So that one just not good.
That was Tom, though.
That's a good turn.
Tom, yeah?
That was Tom, yeah.
And he
that
won
was
the event, so...
That was the winner of the PQ, yeah. And I think
Shout out. Good work, Tom. Good job.
Yeah. Big ups. Big ups,
It's
Tom.
always fine losing to the winner, because you're like, well, we're
Yeah,
never going to
yeah.
win anyway.
It was his day, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he, from what I heard, I think he ripped a gold foil Centauri Saber. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And then I got fatigued by a Slippy last round, so that didn't feel great. Yeah, Oliver also the destroyer
The
of
goat.
dreams.
Man ruins my dream every PQ, man.
Yeah, he is your Achilles heel.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was like the PQ was fine. It was, I think it kind of opened my eyes to, I want to play a deck with a bit more blocking power / consistency. I love my boy Acilio, but I don't think this meta doesn't feel great for him. Over the 6 rounds of the day, I versed all 6 like different heroes, and I think I ped into one positive matchup for me, which was a Gravy. So kind of rough, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
True.
it happens. So with that, we're gonna move into our questions now. The first one we've got is from a local of ours, Dan. He's asked, how do we feel about players proxying cards, particularly newer players who just want to get at the grip of the game and don't want to commit to the financial aspect of buying the expensive generics and legis that they need for decks?
Do you want me to start?
Someone want to start us off? Yeah, we should.
Yeah. I'm fine with it, honestly. With new players, I'm fine them proxying it. My big thing is, like, I don't want people proxying Fableds. Legis are fine, everything else is fine, but, like, I don't want to spend $800 on a Fabled, and I don't really rate if people are proxying Fableds. But outside of that, I don't mind if it's, like, a new player. If it's a player that's been playing a lot and has been in the game for a long time, I'd prefer them not to proxy anything. Like, at an armories, obviously, but, like, if we're just playing casuals, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for new players, though, because a lot of the new players, I think the retention of, like, Fab and wanting to keep playing Fab is a lot harder than a lot of other games because of the skill level required to play Fab. Like, I know a lot of players start the game and their first month is just them getting their head kicked in before they actually, like, have that aha moment where they're like, oh, I actually get it. I understand the game.
Yeah.
And it's a lot better for them to just proxy stuff and play the game as it's meant to be instead of playing it with all these bad cards when they're still learning, I guess. Yeah, I don't mind. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all 3 of us are kind of in agreement on this. Like, if new players want to proxy up the stuff so their deck is, like, serviceable at an armory level, it is what it is. Like, go for it kind of thing. I know that we have like a bit of leniency for the more developed players too. Like, I know I've done it a few times, and I know a couple of other people have done it. If we've bought cards for a deck that are, like, in the mail on the way,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, whatever, go for it. Like, you own the card, you just don't have it with you. So, but yeah, no, I think proxying is, like, it's kind of important for new players, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, the armory decks are, granted, getting, like, way better. Every time they bring out a new one, it's more and more serviceable at an armory level, which is cool. And it's good that they're moving in that direction, but I think proxies are kind of like a necessary evil. Like, I don't have an issue with it. It's...
I think it's like, if they've been playing for 3 months, they still got proxies in the deck, I'm like, come on, man, like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Like, there is a time limit on it, I think. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. But also, some cards are expensive, and some people just don't have
Some of the older
the
stuff
money
is
to shell out for
impossible
it.
to find.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Dom, any thoughts or opinions on the matter, or?
Nah, I think what's said is pretty
Yeah.
much covered it, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's
think
not
we're
much
all
to
pretty-
say. Like, obviously, there is also a limit to it. Like, you don't want to show up with an entirely proxy deck.
Yeah.
You'd probably be like, oh, well, I'll let you only proxy the place of the CNCs you don't have or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't think I would want to see a full proxy deck because, you know, I mean, it's also like, well, you know, I've spent money on the game to build a deck and get it properly, you know, all together. So if some people can just proxy everything every time and not commit to buying anything, then it's like, well, why don't we just all do that? But obviously, we know that, you know, we're going to be showing up for PQs and other stuff where you do need, obviously you need the cards, which is fine, but maybe if the person's just showing up to an armory once every 2 weeks, like, you know, it's obviously hard for them to commit to buying cards, so they'll be happy to proxy, but then it's like, alright, if they do that for, like you said, Sam, 3 months,
Yeah.
couple of months,
pretty much.
and we're like, you know, oh, well, go on, start buying your cards, and like, we'll only come to armory once every couple of weeks, you know, are they still, like, then they go, oh, I guess I just won't play anymore. Then it's like, oh, we've just lost a player, you know, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like you're saying, the game is very skill intensive and a very high, like, skill expression game. That also, as a new player, you don't need the playset of CNCs and all that kind of stuff. Like, it doesn't matter.
just jam the rec
if you
havoc,
show
you'll be
up,
right.
if you show up with your, you know, let's say you borrow half the deck from someone. This is your first night playing. You borrow half a Verdant's deck from someone, and then you proxy the rest because you want to have it. And you've got CNCs, all the stuff, Fellings, like everything. You're still gonna probably walk out of that armory 0-4. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't matter. So it's like, so I think like, especially people coming from other card games, it's like I need the deck list to play so I understand and everything. And there is an extent to that, but also just Fab as core mechanical gameplay and skill in just playing the game, you just learn anyway, and you don't need the best cards to do that. Like, yeah, obviously you get more percentage points if you play a CNC over a Wreak Havoc or whatever, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're not blocking properly or, like, you know, doing values efficiently, and that's what you need to learn to be,
because you just haven't hit those learning curves
and
yet.
and having the best card, you know, having CNCs and whatever doesn't help you learn that.
Yeah, I also think, like, if I played against the best players in the world and took out all their CNCs and swapped them with Wreak Havoc, I'd still get my ass kicked. So I just,
Exactly.
That's assumed, really.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of that's why I like with the new players, it's like you don't really have to proxy stuff. Like that's the other thing too. I think as well, because I think obviously, like I was saying before, other card games have the mentality I need to proxy the best deck because it's not about learning the mechanics of the game. It's about learning the deck.
Yep.
And in that sense, yeah, you probably want the full 60. That's exactly what you're going to play in a month's time. But in Fab, it's like it's probably, you know, there's not too much to worry about having the perfect 60 or 80 or whatever.
There's so much other stuff to learn.
Yeah, you got plenty of other stuff to learn. You're still gonna, like we say, you know, you're still gonna lose a lot of your games and learn things even without those CNCs. So
Yeah, I like that.
so that's why I'm not too fussed about it as well. But yeah, it hurts. James got me last week. I was a bit salty, so apologies, and you know, for but he absolutely juiced me on Gravy the other week. He comes in, you know, plays a proxied prismatic leyline, and I was like, oh, nice. And then comes in with a non-proxied boat, the Conquer boat. I'm like, all right, well,
that's
at least I think that's juicing me as a real card, I guess.
Look,
you've
to
been
be
gone
fair,
with that.
he's getting my prismatic ley lines off me tonight. So he
Yeah, I
did
know,
have them
yeah,
in the mail,
yeah.
kind of. But
I know,
I
yeah,
think he actually does have also a non-zero amount of them coming already, so yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like I said, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just funny
Yeah.
because you're like, when you get juiced by a proxy card that deletes you, and you're like, yeah, well, if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be winning, would you, brother?
Yeah, well, that's when you just reach into their
Salty
sleeve and
dog.
pull the printed bit of
Yeah,
paper
it's
out,
just
and then you're like, yeah,
Mad
this
salty.
idiot.
But
that's
yes,
clever.
no. But no, it's fine. It doesn't. It's end of the day. It's whatever. You just kind of want at least like a bit of give and take too, because obviously, you know, if your store's selling singles, they need to make money, and then I don't know
Yeah.
the official ruling on LSS if you're allowed to have
Probably not.
proxies at an armory level. So it's like now you kind of put the store that you're playing at in risk if someone, not that anyone would, or maybe not that even LSS would act upon it, but if someone does report the store, oh, they're playing armories with proxies, you know, so it's like, So there's a bit of that to the other side too. But I think in terms of like building the community, getting new players in, and all that kind of stuff, I think it's helpful. But like I said, I honestly just don't think it's needed for a new player because you have to learn the game.
I like this take. I've never like thought about that before, but yeah, I do. There is a lot to learn. You don't need to have the best cards immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
With that, we'll move on to our second and final question for the day. This is from my older brother, Toby. He's asked what our thoughts are on the decline of good lore releasing with each set, and do we mind or are we cool with a bit of a deeper dive into character lore when new sets are releasing? I know you, when I mentioned it before we started, Sam, you had some pretty strong opinions, so do you want
Bring
to
back Bright Lights 3. We need some more mech lore.
No, the lights are bright enough.
We could annihilate mech lore completely from Wraith and I wouldn't care.
Well, apparently there's mechanical monkeys now, so we need to deep dive that a bit.
We're back in. No, I think I want the initial book to be not hardcover and just release it as like paperback and then have it all. I want it all of it. I want more lore. Because it's like that thing cool, is actually, like like when I get into games and like video games and everything, I like to know the background and the lore of everything. And initially when I got into Fab, I was so interested in it, and now I just don't care. I don't know if it's because the story's like been pushed to the wayside and they're focused on the competitive side of thing, which I think is probably better for majority of players, but I do love reading into the lore, and I have noticed it over the last couple of years that my care for it is almost gone completely now. But every time it's brought up, I'm like, I would love to have the original book, and like maybe with every release of a set, we get a lore book. That would be dope. That would be so dope. We gotta have pictures in the lore book, obviously, though, because then I would actually read it.
You wouldn't pay attention to it.
I need some pictures, man. We got dinner last night. There was no pictures on the board. I didn't know what to get. I was like, we need pictures.
He was freaking out when he had to read the description of the food.
Oh man!
I was like, where are my pictures at, man? But yeah, that's all I think. I think it'd be nice if we had like a little, not just a write up on their website, but just like a little book. Even if it was like a 30-page little booklet that like, even if it came in the pre-release kit and was like in the back, and we had like maybe 5 or 6 pages of lore in our new pre-release kits or something like that, and it just gave us a rundown of the set, rundown of the heroes and that sort of stuff, like their background, who they are, how they've interacted with other characters. It'd be really cool. But yeah, I can dream, right? I don't think we're getting that. It's like PvE all over again.
Yeah.
Well, I think the lore situation is. I could be wrong now and working with outdated info, but I think the initial stages of Fab lore was all done by like freelancers or third parties that they hired, because obviously they didn't have the studio to support it. So all the writers of all that lore don't work for LSS anymore. So
we'll
they have to like, I don't know if you can rehire it or you just kind of go on with it. But I think the current like major stories like the Monarch Biff that's going on, and isn't there something else too? It's like, I think, because I remember Gottlieb saying something about this, or James being like, oh, the story's still obviously going, but they just don't want, like, it's just happening, and then some set will drop. You know, if we presume Monarch 3 is going to drop, you know, we assume that, okay, well, that's going to give us an update on what's going to happen. So I think, like, that story-rich stuff, but it's probably also, like, super taxing on resources to come up with lore, you know,
surely
major lore every single set.
You just hire one bloke, right?
And then, do you want like lore-rich sets every single set? Like, does it start becoming a bit over? You know, like, does it?
It'd be cute.
Just to play devil's advocate here, but like, it'd be cool for like like, what if we had a Super Slam? I don't know what kind of lore you do with that, but maybe it's like the lore is with them that they have a Coliseum Biff every month or something, and it's like, oh, cool, and then the guy that's super into the Super Slam lore now is like, well, what's happening with the Coliseum Biff this month? And doesn't, so...
Look, you just hire one bloke, and the one bloke does all your lore. And, like, the whole Super Slam thing, that could be like a... You know how in, like, anime they have all the flashbacks? That could be a flashback. It could be like we could be meeting one of the characters, and they're like, yeah, I remember this, back in the time when I was in this Super Slam arena. And it's Pallades talking about rise to be the champion of Super Slam or whatever. But I don't know, I just feel like I loved it at the start, and I just don't even think about it anymore. And I would love to care.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Me personally, I just...
Can't read.
Just don't. I'm just not... I don't know. I'm not interested in lore. Like, if they bring out lore, I'm happy because all the lore heads get their lore, but It doesn't bother me that much. If I want lore on something, I'll just go consume media where the point of it is to tell a story. I don't know. I play card games for the sake of playing the game. I don't really, like, the lore doesn't really bother me too much, but
I just like getting deep, man. Imagine if you knew all the Acilio lore, man. How he was like, he started off as a toaster
Yeah, I know-
or something.
I
and
know
then
all the Acilio lore.
He got electrocuted as a toaster.
Yeah.
And he got
Dude,
stronger.
I know all the Acilio lore. It's all just like bzz, bzz, bzz.
It was a rock.
Meep more, meep more, meep. That's
Yeah.
all the lore. Like,
That's
yeah.
the law, yeah.
No, like, I don't know. Like, for the sake of the people that like the lore, like, cool, bring out more lore. Me, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not a big...
So you could use it for so
I'm not
many
bothered
other
by the
things, though, right? Though, because like, say if we have like the Super Saiyan lore, at the end of the lore, we could have like hints to the next set, or like upcoming sets at least, and it'd be a cool
Yeah,
way
I mean,
to
they
like
all
handle different sort of.
They already kind of do that.
Yeah, but you could just
Yeah,
do
there's
so much
definitely
better.
like lore drops and like little insights on the cards too, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, with that, we're going to move into the news. There's not much in the way of news. The Calling Hamburg is on at the moment. I think it finished last night, but we're not going to talk about that because spoilies for Dom. He hasn't watched it yet, so we're going to breeze past that.
Bloody Dom.
I know the
but-
results. I had to
Yeah,
speedrun
okay.
it.
Yeah,
but,
Pallades
yeah.
won. It was pretty good.
The ladies did not
Insane.
The
win.
Yeah,
Pallades
Right.
mirror in the final was actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tough nut mirror was pretty crazy. But yeah, so this morning a new ban and restricted announcement dropped. It was specifically around the Living Legend format. So it was Zephyr Needles have been banned, Count Your Blessings has been restricted, and Warmongers is unrestricted. So I'm not too deep into LL at the moment. I think the changes are like kind of weird. I get the Zephyr Needle banning. Ira was a pretty dominant force in that meta. I don't really know how I feel about the CYB. I feel like there weren't enough CYB decks dominating the meta to make it worth
Was there
coming
any?
off at the knees.
Or was it
the
something that...
CYB
It's more that the original problem with CIB is that it like DPS checks every other thing. So
right.
they
It's
kind of
hardly a
half go
DPS
over it
checking
in the article
Yeah.
where they say that the CYB doesn't really impact the current like Runeblades aggressive. It doesn't do enough to stop them, so they're still going to delete you anyway.
Yeah.
But it does like DPS check the other decks that are potentially trying to get in because they can't do anything. So it's like, yeah. So it's like it doesn't really do anything. It's like it's not like a meta pick against the Runeblades where you go, oh, I'll bring CYB new or CYB whatever
Yeah.
against to specifically target the Runeblades because the Runeblades still don't care about that. They'll just delete you anyway. So I think in that being sense, and in the fact that now it's like, you know, the whole discussion with it in CC, it's a bit unhealthy for the rest of the format because other decks, like let's say maybe Gravy or Enigma or maybe not Enigma, but the other decks that don't like do the DPS, they do it like maybe Value and Fatigue perhaps, just can't exist with CYB in the format.
But does this
So,
mean
I
we
think
just have
it's-
like a Roomblade meta then? Because Ninja's gone. Like, Ira is probably not playable in LL at all anymore. Like, what is it? Ira just does nothing now, right? Without needles?
Well, Ira now is what Ira is in
It's a
CC. If
CC
you
deck.
want to
Yeah.
build
Yeah, it's just garbage.
Needles, if you want to build Dagger Ira, it's just a CC deck.
You can't play that in LL anymore. It's gone. Like, I
Yeah, the
never
output
played
drops
LL
significantly.
to the point where, like, I wanted to. I still want to, but, like, I feel like Ira's just dead. Zen's probably taking a big hit from losing needles as well. And then,
Yep.
all the Runeblades, we got 2 copies of Warmongers to help us deal with Vis and Briar and Aurora. Cool.
And Chain, mate.
Yeah, fuck. I don't want to play LL. I just don't want to play LL. I think that's where my head is at, with
Yeah.
this. The
Yeah,
one list
I
I,
don't
was
know,
looking forward to was Needles, so I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, yeah. I mean, I haven't paid attention to the LL meta or anything like that either, so it's like, at a face value, if we assume that all the Runeblades, probably just Viscerai, Chain, maybe Briar, and then I don't know, maybe Aurora's also playable, but it's probably just, you might as well play the other Runeblades, but let's say the
Well, I
Runeblades
think-
are like the best decks to beat, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you bring, like, if you were just to specifically just just massive target on the rune blades, and your goal is only to beat the rune blades 100%. Like, what's the deck you take to beat them? I don't know.
We got
But
three
again, I don't
more
know the meta.
warmongers. Yeah, I don't know enough about the format.
Yeah,
There's
so it's
obviously
like,
people
I
that
don't,
are
yeah.
this could be the best thing ever. They're like, this is such a good idea. This is great.
I mean, the Warmongers is good, and like I said again in the article, it splashes onto Dash.io because she was kind of like
Yep.
a little bit kind of oppressive too, because just combo you.
Yep.
So the Warmongers is a slap to that as well. So
Yep.
she gets cleaved a little bit, but yeah, it's the same. It's just like, well, it still just seems like Runeblade's the way to play, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's I
Starvo?
don't know. Maybe Starvo still.
Wasn't
gets
Starvo
better.
good against Ninja anyway? Now Ninja are probably not going to be represented. I'd assume Zen's still like, fine. But I know Needles
Yeah, I would
is
say
a
Zen's
huge
probably
hit.
a decent pick because he doesn't lose much of like the deck building restriction by playing 3 Warmongers. So he's
Yeah.
and he can probably race just as hard against them.
I think the problem was a
Yeah.
lot of the
Face-
Zen decks had a
Face
lot of
Purgatory is a
needle.
hell of a card too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean the Needle's a decent power spike, but I think
So
like
is
we saw in
Traverse, to be
CC,
fair.
yeah, like we saw in CC, like just Zen doing Zen things, like
Yeah.
it's still pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
juicy. Is
Yeah.
Bonds of Ancestry unrestricted in LL,
Is it red
or is that
only?
still like still
One-
set to
Yeah.
red?
Well, no,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
you can only play one copy.
Well,
I think
yeah.
it can be whatever color you want.
Yeah, sure.
Don't know why you
Okay.
wouldn't run.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you can
Well,
still
if you're on
tutor it
Zen,
out
you
with
probably
Zen, so you
wanna
can
run
still
the
do
blue.
some pretty dirty, like
Yeah.
double bonds turns if you
Yeah.
have one in Arsenal and
Yeah.
go get the other one and do some nutty stuff that way. So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe Zen's decent into
Oh.
Runeblades. And
Well, you can't do double bonds because you can only have one.
Yeah.
oh, I thought you said you could have one set of colors.
No, one.
No, you can have one copy
Oh.
of any color you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's full
Never
restriction.
mind then. I take it back.
See, that
Yeah,
all
the
the
one,
Yeah, I don't
one
know, like,
colour
I don't know
thing
what-
is the season
Can you
change.
can you even fatigue Runeblades? I don't think so. I think if you're like a Guardian fatiguing thing,
Look
you
up-
don't have CYB to give you that buffer. Not that it worked anyway. And then they probably still just get over. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of the Zen lists I saw were running like the same needle package that Ira was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just don't think. Yeah, I don't know. And then Icelander was good into those decks, and then like you had your fringe stuff with the CYB in it, which like
IC
your
does
Nuz and
pretty
all
well
them.
with Warmongers though.
Yeah, it is good for her, which is the deck
So
I
you
would
can use that
want to
card
play
pretty
now
well.
anyway. That or Starvo. But I don't know. I just
Yep.
don't see why we last ban list we got stuff back for Broomblade, and then this ban list they've hit everything. But
Well, it was
Broomblade.
just Dirge, right? I think Dirge was
That's a
overkill.
very good card though, but still. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I think the Dirge was like pretty overkill. I don't think they needed
Yeah,
to
no.
just chop Viz off at the knees as well for no real reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah, of
wins
course.
the next major event for LL, and they go, you know what,
But
we'll
yeah, I
do? We'll
think
hit the ninjas.
Yeah, but that's what they like. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they
unrestricting
wanted to do by
Warmongers
taking-
helps. But yeah,
that's exactly what they wanted by unrestricting Dirge.
Mm.
Like they didn't want Viz unplayable. Like Viz is a good deck.
Yeah,
People love Viscera. It's kind of cringe that they just made Viz unplayable. So I think
Look, I'm very
Giving
curious
Dirge
to see
back is
the
fine.
meta. Look, it did need
Yeah.
Dirge back, but I just like I don't see a world where the top 8 isn't just different rune blades and like a copy of Starvo and Icelander. Maybe Icelander's just not playable. But like all your cool like CYB decks, like your Nuz and like RKO. I was really looking forward to playing CYB RKO. None of those decks are playable now without. I think that's the thing.
if it
with-
helps, that deck wouldn't have done anything. Anyway, so
Yeah, but now I still wanted
Sure.
to play it. Now I can't play RKO at all.
yeah.
play it on the tabletop.
I don't know. Everyone knows I'm a certified Runeblade hater, and when they do shit like this,
Certified
I'm like,
freak,
I
yeah.
don't understand why the last event Runeblade wins and we just kill Ninja. I like I
Well,
said,
anyway,
I could be completely wrong.
before Sam
I mean,
starts
if they
tangents-
didn't-
here we go. Yeah,
I'm just
go
gonna
on.
say
Yeah, no,
if they
go,
didn't if they didn't ban Zephyr Needle but unrestricted Warmongers, then ninjas just ruin everything, right? Because they still shit out the same amount of damage, but they have Warmongers in the deck too to delete Runeblades. So it's like,
Well, the Warmongers
Ye-
affected the ninjas because they were running like up sticks and shit.
Yeah, they were running heaps of stuff. Yeah,
oh yeah, true, yeah, okay, whatever.
know.
I'm not
Look,
playing
they know
LL
better
at
than
World,
us.
so zero
yeah.
care.
I will not be playing LL full stop, so it's all good.
Yeah. Well, before we get
Yeah.
Sam on a tangent of why he hates Runeblade,
I've already started, man. I can feel the
Two.
fire burning deep.
no, we're
I'm
moving
gonna
on.
start throwing punches, dude.
Yeah,
We're
look
going
out.
to go into now official segment, not made up anymore. Boys, we're doing show and tell.
Oh,
Get your cards out. I'll start.
get our what out?
I've ripped this. Get your
I
decks
don't
out.
even have. Oh, actually, yeah, I have decided what to show.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yep.
I'm gonna start off. I have ripped
Monkey.
Fast and Furious. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera very well. I think it is.
There, man.
I ripped the Funky Monkey Fast and Furious from
He is
my
funky.
Gemmies.
Goated card.
This was my consolation prize for going 0-3 in my last 3 rounds of ProQuest yesterday. So, as
That's
of
clean.
like probably only a few hours, this is just gonna be in Dom's deck. But currently, I'm in the ownership of it, which is cool.
Currently.
Yeah, I don't know, sick deck. This will get me. I will play mech. If we get Monkey Mech as a hero, I will play mech.
Surely he's a companion.
That's the only thing that could get me into playing mech.
Yeah.
is Big Monkey.
Or they do a mechanoid alt art and it's just monkey.
No, I'll pass on that. Thanks.
No,
That means I have to play mechs.
it'll be a mech and Brute crossover.
Oh shit!
I regret
Yeah.
that.
That'd be cool.
Alright,
Every
mine.
time you boost, you intimidate your opponent.
Holy, that sounds not
Nah,
bad.
man.
Wind drive
I don't want
stocks
that.
go
That actually sounds
crazy.
insane. Yeah, let's do that. It also says fire it up. Actually, I'll get
No.
James Dubb. I'll get James Dubb on the blow
James
after
Dubb.
this.
My card is
Sam. What do you got for us?
good-natured brutality. I bought two-
Wow, that card looks really cool on.
Oh, I keep forgetting you can't see it.
Yeah, we have to do this.
Yeah, bought 2 packs, pulled it. It was on my desk. That's my show and tell. I'm gonna give it to one of my mates who's been playing Tough Nut. Tough Nut. That's it. That's my show and tell.
The nut.
Yeah, the nut.
Big nutters.
Good nut.
Love nutting more
Yeah,
than
shout
once a
out,
turn.
shout out Brando,
Yeah, shout out Brando. He won't listen to
our
this.
loyal follower.
He doesn't have the capacity for it.
You gotta get him listening on though, mate. We need
He will
more,
not.
more listeners.
He was rage baiting me this morning, saying that we should have uploaded yesterday, and I'm like, shut up, man.
That
Sure,
sounds like
it's
him.
the schedule. He's not wrong.
Yeah, Casey's fault probably.
Yeah, well, I sent him the How to Play Brute guide from the official
Uh,
fan
that's an
page,
important
so,
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
I think
done.
He,
The
I think
Guardian,
he really learned a lot
the
from
Guardian
that one.
comments were my favorite thing of this week. I think actually.
Oh, that
Actually, yeah, that was
that
hilarious.
was wild.
That's all my internal thoughts came on paper, and everyone else is feeling it. I love it.
Yeah, that's
All right, Dom.
that's too good.
What's your show and tell, brother?
Dom, what do you got for us, mate?
Well, in light of Project Blue / Silver Age, I'm showing just a young Zen. That's what I got.
Oh, he's hard pivoted. Okay.
You just pick a random card off your desk and was like, "This is it."
No, this is
No,
what
it's his
I've been
Project
playing
Blue
in.
deck.
Yeah, this is what I've been playing in Project Blue. So
Oh, Silver Age.
it's pretty fun. Yeah, Silver Age. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, well, just
Hell yeah.
it's probably what I'll be playing in Silver Age.
Maybe
as
we
well,
talk
so.
about Silver Age.
Hell
That'd be alright.
yeah. Well, if you let me do the cross throw.
All right, go. You do it. Do
yes. Fun fact: we're talking about Silver Age today. So
Yeah, spoiled it. Sorry.
It. Ah.
yeah, no, that's fine. Look, you gave me the good transition, and then Sam decided to ruin it with
He
his.
did ruin
little
it, yeah.
To be
side
fair, it
Absolutely
will be the
ruined it.
title, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, but the transition was going to be really cool when Dom set it up, and then you ruined it.
That's
So,
what I was
hope you feel
going
good
for.
about yourself.
Oh, I do. Trust me.
Went
so,
for the alley oop and you just blocked it.
Oh,
so.
dude,
Yeah.
I was up there. I've been waiting.
Silver Age. So, for those that don't know, Project Blue was a format released by Legend Story Labs earlier this year. It was, or it is, I guess. It has now been it was an unofficial format that they were testing out. It has now been confirmed as a new format that is being referred to as Silver Age now. It's a more budget-friendly format, so it kind of competes in the Blitz / Commoner category. So you're playing with young heroes, 20 life. It's got a really extensive ban list, which is cool. And the main draw of it is commons and rares only. So no M's, no L's, no fableds, and with the new set as well, no supers. It's fun. I like the format. I've played a bit of it recently since it's been released. Kind of officially, unofficial. It's not on the website yet. We're getting more news about it.
Slowly. We had a couple of events
This
coming
month,
up, right?
at some
Worlds,
point
I
this
think.
month.
I think they'll probably do something at the Worlds. Like they'll have
Yeah,
a keynote, I would say.
Yeah,
They
I
might
think
drop some news about Monarch 3, obviously, or whatever the next set is,
Vault Haven.
and they'll probably hit us with some Silver Age tech.
Yeah.
hope.
So, yeah, that'd be good. So we've seen that it's like real pretty much, and we're getting more info about it this month. Like Dom said, probably, hopefully at Worlds, touch wood. So we're gonna talk about what we actually plan on playing in Silverage. So I've been brewing recently. I was on my lunch break at work last week when I was scrolling through the public tally games and someone wanted to play Project Blue. So I hit the old tab switch, and I was like, no one will want to play Project Blue. I could probably put an entire deck together before someone joins that lobby. And so that's what I did. I put together, like, I've made, like, a Giga Heal Verdance. So I'm running 6 Fruits, Fertile Ground, Harvest Season,
Sounds fun.
all the heal things. Sigil is banned, so I can't play Sigil, unfortunately. I'm running 4 copy, because everything's restricted to 4 because of Blitz kind of formatting, so it's only 2 copies with the young heroes. I'm running Blossoming Decay, all the heal stuff, just because it's funny, and I want to run all the weird heal cards that don't get run.
Sounds terrible to
and
play
the
against.
format's fun.
Sounds
fun
real
to play,
cringe.
Real fun to play. But yeah, it's really fun. It's a lot more powered down, which is sick. It's I don't know, healing's fun, and also because it's Blitz, you only need 4 Erts to get online for Verdance.
Oh, that's right.
So I can start pinging earlier. So, but yeah, no, it was fun. I've enjoyed it. I've been tweaking the deck and playing with it a little bit more, making some changes, but it's fun.
Is there still
What
spike
about you
turns?
boys?
You've played it enough now to understand if there's any spike turns, right?
If you're talking about my deck, no.
Decks you've played against, obviously. Your deck does not.
No,
Yeah,
the Verdance
there's
spike
still
turns is I've gained 4 this turn instead of 3. Holy.
We gained
actually 5 with Fertile Grounds, thanks.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
That's
Cheers.
insane.
Gained 7
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
turn. That's
That's kind
No,
of
there are
wild.
definitely
Yeah.
spike
Tough
turns.
your life.
I had a pretty tight game against the Jeromai last night, and they were doing some pretty scary stuff, just with Rabble into Dragon, into Blaze Headlong, into Dust Up, into, like... And they were doing that shit a lot of the game, and it was pretty spooky.
yeah. This is
There are definitely spike turns still. There are so many commons that are just, like, high offensive power cards. Like, you can definitely still do some spiky things without the
Yeah, I have seen
Giga variants
Zen doing things.
that Blitz has with, like, I've
Zen's
been
pretty
Rhinar
good.
Blood Rushed, turn 0 and intimidated, and I 20'd and died.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen.
I think that's
which is nice.
That's the pull towards Project Blue, for me anyway, is that, yes, it has this element of it's good for new players because it's commons and rares, and it's easy to buy into, and it's Blitz, and it's a bit easier than CC because it's not, 40 life, bigger decks, all that kind of stuff. But even for people who've been playing for a while, the pull into Project Blue, like, I don't think any of us really liked Blitz. There's probably some that did like Blitz, but the biggest thing
Shout out Sam.
personally
Sam
why
Purses. Yep. You beat me
he
to a
does
case.
love Blitz, actually. Yeah,
It's his favorite. That's all
the
he
biggest
talks about
the biggest
in chat.
turn. Yeah, he does actually. That's true.
Crazy.
We call him Mr. Blitz.
Yeah, he is Mr. Blitz.
The biggest turn off for Blitz is that it's like you still have the CC level of power out of the cards, and because they've all been balanced around having 40 life, so now all of a sudden you've got 20 life, and you're still getting hit with Blood Rush Bellows turns and whatever else happens, Art of War and High Octanes and all this stuff that we know from CC that, like, you just go, oh, my opponent's having a big pop-off turn, well, I'll just block out with my hand or block where I can. I'll still take, 12.
Yep.
Big turn, but at least I've got still 20-something life to play with, and I can probably still claw this back.
Yeah.
Whereas in Blitz, it doesn't really happen. If they have a big pop-off turn, you go, yeah,
You're done.
pisser, give my whole hand, give my equipment, I go to, like, 3 life, well, then there's, like, no way I can leverage 3 life to, like, gain tempo or anything. It's just not a thing. So that's why I like Project Blue, because it takes that big spike stuff off. Like, you still have your big spike turns, like Zen. I can still spike turn on Zen, but it's not like what it was in CC. Like, I'm still presenting, like, a spike turn from Zen is probably, like, 15 to 18-ish damage, maybe a bit more.
Yep.
But that's, it sounds a lot, but it's still, if you think your opponent has 4 cards to block with, they'll just,
And it's
let's
not
say,
as
block for
consistent
12 on
either.
average. They're just leaking, like, 5 damage, and you're like, cool. Like, it's not, like, anything massive, so...
Yeah, I versed a Benji that was doing some pretty shitty things to me. He was just going off his head.
Block his attacks, man.
He was just like, here's his head jab, here's his head jab, here's his head jab. Flying, high flying kick. Is that the name of it?
I think it's +2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just like,
Yeah.
here's 8. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
I can't heal through this. He was just hitting me with it every turn. It was, yeah. Like, there's definitely spike turns, but they're lower power and they require more setup.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I've seen these 4 cards. Here's 20.
Yeah.
It's like you can't.
And I like what you were saying too earlier, Casey, is that like it also lets you explore other kind of archetypes of heroes that may not be ever explored or even worth playing, because it's just like, what's the point? Like you've
Ever since Verdance
played
has been
like,
released,
I'm going to play this life gain deck, which is insane, because things like Harvest Season and that stuff have always been like on the maybe list.
Dude, I'm
or
running
the CC
running
list.
Aether Conduit. It's insane. I hit him with the Harvest Season into Aether Conduit for 2 Arcane. Or Strong Yield. I'm running both of those. So I'm going to get my 1 cost little poopy little aura and then stick you for 2 Arcane. Aether Conduit's unplayable. It's insane.
Yeah.
And I'm running Staff of Verdant Shoots.
That's clean.
Granted, the more I play with it, the less I like it. That card doesn't do anything.
It still does nothing. Yeah, right bad.
But it's cool. Like, I get to play weird shit. It's like, ever since Verdance got released, I've been wanting to play Blossoming Decay. But the card is just inherently shit. It's just worse than, like, all the other cards. So it's cool that I'm able to run stuff like that.
And it's funny, I had the same thing, because back when Project Blue first came out, it was like, oh, I rated playing OG Dash in Blitz, because you just start Pounder and go face. That's insane. But then turns out Pounder's an M, so I can't do that in Project Blue. And then it's like, okay, well, what items can I start with? And it's literally just like Hyperdriver, or like, I don't even know. Like, there's not much.
Is Hadron Collider
banned,
legal
right?
on Project Blue?
Yeah, that's banned. Yeah.
Nah, no.
Yeah.
They're not that silly.
So it's like you generally just start with Hyperdriver
Silly.
and Punch, but it's still pretty. Yeah.
I was just thinking about
It's
Pallades.
still,
Pallades could be huge.
Pretty funny.
Silver
I think
Age.
Goliath is real good in Project Blue, from what I hear. I've heard rumblings
All
that
the
Goliath
auras
is a
are
bit of a
like
juicer.
rares and commons, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that
The only one
what
he can't
happens
play
next
is
is
his
a common.
spec. Yeah.
Like
one.
Pallades loses not much, like the attacks, but there's like you can play concussors, thumps, all the good random guardian crap. God, maybe I'm playing Pallades in
Maybe you're a
Holy.
Project Blue. Sorry, Silver Age main.
Yeah.
Now.
There you go, yeah.
Holy, yeah. I was thinking about it. And I'm like, this is insane. Actually, Pallades could be goated.
Have you put much thought, other than this conversation, into what you want to play in Silver Age, Sam?
Well, I definitely want to play Terra, and I love Terra. Terra is the coolest Guardian looking thing ever. And then
He is cool.
obviously Icelander as well. Anytime I can play Icelander, it's something I want to play it, but it's normally not the best. But now that we're
Jeez,
thinking about
kind
it,
of annoying.
yeah, Pallades. Holy crap, actually.
Fun fact about Icelander: Aether Ice Vein is very legal in that format.
Yep.
And very
It
annoying.
is.
Well, if she didn't have it,
So is
She's
Emeritus
also
anyway.
the poster. She's the face of Silver Age apparently too. So
yeah, that was my call
Yep.
to be honest, though. So,
yeah.
but I'll probably just
Yeah,
be
that was
playing
not your
Icy, Terra, and Pallades now. I think
Hell yeah.
I'm keen to play it.
I'm excited for it to come out as like an official format, so we can actually play it at callings and get rid of Blitz, and then we can play something, play some
Yep.
Project Blue or Silver Age
Well,
at
speaking
callings
of,
in Sides.
Yep, I rate that.
well, speaking on that point, we're gonna move on to the placement of the format within Tier 3 and 4 events. So it's been confirmed through LSS, we are getting Silver Age events. I think, to my knowledge, there's 2 and they're both battle hardens.
I think there's 3.
Oh, we're getting Battle Hardens.
3.
Yeah, nice.
Are they battle hardens?
I think they're battle hardens. Hold on, Mike.
Okay. Well, if we're wrong, let us know.
I would have
comments
thought. I
and
would have
fucking
thought they
yell
would
at
have
us,
done the
but-
typical thing of like, the next skirmish season is Project Blue. So
Well, they haven't
Silver
announced
Age.
what the next
Yeah.
skirmish season is, so hopefully we
Yeah,
get a
so
chance
it
to
could
play
be
it.
Silver
Yeah,
Age in that,
which would
and
be
then
really
maybe it's
sweet.
that in LL or something.
I
yeah,
don't know about Silver Age and
We'll
LL.
just play Silver Age. It's fine.
Yeah, true.
cool. I'm looking for it and I can't find it, so that's clean.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's just run with what we think, and if we're wrong, then you guys can flame us in the comments, I guess. But,
Yeah.
Right, that.
yeah.
Don't
so,
flame me though. I'm obviously correct.
Yeah.
It'll be a skirmish.
No, you're obviously wrong and dumb, and everyone hates you probably.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so we're getting Battle Hunters, which is it's really cool that they're launching it straight into like events. I remember they did it with LL, and it didn't really hit as well as they thought it was going to. I think they didn't put as much effort into LL as they have put into Project Blue, so I have high hopes for the format. I think the extensive ban list makes I think it makes the format really, really interesting.
Yep.
I'm not going to run through what is banned and restricted.
No.
I don't think there's any restriction. It's just bans. But if you want to look at it, you can just go online and search up Project Blue ban list, and there's heaps of lists and stuff. But notable cards that like aren't in it is like Sync Fate,
Good D react.
Sigil. Yeah, so if you want to
Carapace.
run Carapace is a big one. If you want to run heavy defensive kind of lists, you have to run stuff like On the Horizon from High Seas. It's the block that lets you look at the top of your deck.
Yeah, good card.
Or you can play Sam's favourite class, Runeblade, and you still have all your in-class D-reacts that are 0 for 5s anyway.
Yeah, because LSS hate Runeblade. That's
God.
crazy, dude. Crazy.
Thank God they can play all those. But yeah, so
Thanks, Dom.
we've got Battle Hunters. I think whether or not we get callings is probably going to be reliant on how these Battle Hunters go. I would like to think that they're going to go pretty well. We saw they had Project Blue side events in Auckland when we went.
Yeah, sort of.
It was really, really popular. There were people lining up at the door. Granted,
Sync.
put a little asterisk on that.
Yeah,
it's because they had
because of the syncs. I think.
Yeah, it's because the cool Sync Below promo was on offer for those events. So
And like I was saying to you guys while we are there, I'm like, I kind of just wanted to. I would have enjoyed playing. I mean, the syncs are cool and all, but like, I still would have loved to have like a Project Blue side event that we can just punch.
100%.
Well, I remember we were sitting
Yeah,
down,
same.
and I was, I think we were doing the draft, and I was sitting across from Michael Fang, the GOAT, and I was talking to him and a couple of other boys in the little thing about it, and I was just like, why are they running Blitz? Like, they got the Project Blue on, they should have just scrapped every Blitz event and had it all as Project Blue, because everyone bought Project Blue decks because they were hoping to get into the event. So like everyone had stuff there, and then all the Blitz
And then
events.
all of the events
I don't
were
remember
capped,
seeing.
and people were lined up out
Like
the door.
I'm like I would have just
6
played
a.m.
the event and not got
People
a
were
sync.
running in as soon as the doors were open and
Yeah.
everything. It was crazy.
And then the Blitz events,
It was
I don't
wild.
think any of them fired. No one wanted to play Blitz.
Yeah, I don't think a single one fired.
Yeah, and they were just like, oh yeah, like that's insane feedback. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think nobody's playing Blitz. Nobody wanted to play Blitz. So many of us came down here for the Project Blue stuff as well. And like, I had 2 decks on me. I would have been happy to play, but they had Blitz instead, which made no sense either. Because like they could have just they made no money on the Blitz. Nobody wants to play that shitty format, and they could have just easily had. If they had events up that just gave out tickets and were $40 to play, I would have just played that. I didn't care about the prize board. I just wanted to play the format. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking on what you were just talking about, what do we think? Do we think that this format just like does it just replace Blitz? Like, is it just better than Blitz?
Yes.
Is there anything that Blitz has in its current iteration that you
It does. It has what my show and tell card would have been if we were
better not
talking
be
about Blitz.
Shiana. Better not be Shiana.
No, it's not Shiana. Hang on, I've got to
Yeah.
find it. It's right here. Hang on. It is.
Oh, actually, I got her built
man.
too in Blitz from ages ago.
Yeah.
hold on?
I'll
So
look it up.
that would be my thing. It's like that's the only thing because I really enjoy playing New Moon. New Moon's pretty
And
fun.
if we were talking about Blitz, this would have been mine.
Blaze,
I
yeah.
want to play the biddy. I want to play Blaze in
Nah, keep her out of the game.
Project Blue.
I think I think
no,
that's a
actually.
big thing though, actually, right? Like,
But
it's
yeah,
just-
that's the big stinger is playing these cool heroes. You can't, but maybe they're too good for Project Blue.
Granted,
Blaze
I
could
will
be.
say,
Maybe.
I don't think the Emperor would be very good without access to CNC.
True.
I
That's
think
true.
his hero ability would be kinda ass, I'll be real.
Yeah, see, I don't like they got the restrictions on the heroes as well. I reckon it'd be cooler if the heroes are just open. Because like Shiana loses a bunch of her specs. It's not like she's going to be any good. And then, like you said, Emperor does nothing. Enigma New Moon's probably pretty decent, I'd imagine, because a lot of that good armor set for her is all commons and rares, right?
Yeah, I think all her... Nah, there's a couple of pieces that are
No,
M's.
you don't get diadem.
Yeah, you don't
I
get
think
the
that's
chest.
fine, right? Surely.
Is there a chest? No, that's common.
No, the chest is the
You
common.
don't have mirror
rare.
guard.
yeah,
It's
the foots are the M.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chest
But
piece
yeah,
is
I mean, like,
Ward
yeah.
4, right? It's like the best part.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, I think it's fine. Surely that...
Yeah.
I think, like, I don't know, maybe it would be too good, I'm not sure, but I kind
Yeah, I
of
don't know.
wish I could play
But it's fine.
Prime
It's probably
Heroes.
like, yeah, they're probably just like, it's just commons
also
and
we're not-
rares. It's
yeah.
easy to be like, that's just what it is, no exception to the rule kind of thing. And maybe they downshift these heroes at some point in
Yeah.
a skirmish.
And we're also
or
just-
saying.
Simply put, we just aren't game devs. So
Hmm.
if they found a reason
Not
to
yet.
not include heroes like New Moon, Emperor, or Blaze into the game, there are others, but
I reckon it's just because it's easier, right? It's just easier for the populace to know
it
what's
streamlines
legal.
the
Hmm.
deck choice
Yeah.
a lot. It makes it a lot easier for them to.
They do love doing that,
Um,
so...
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
it's good for the game when the game is
Simple.
when the rules and whatnot are easy to wrap your head around, because the game itself is complex enough. So
Yeah.
if people have to wrap their head around
Deck building
a bunch of
restrictions.
silly, weird rules and stuff, making it difficult. So
This is fair. This is
I think it makes sense. And how do we think that this new format will impact like the local scene? Obviously, the glaringly obvious is it's very budget friendly, so it allows new players to get in the game. I think personally that it kind of, I think because of the fact that M's and L's and Fables and whatnot aren't in it, I think it actually could. There's a world where I think it makes it harder for newer players to find success. Because I think this format, although like simplified Fab, I think because it's simplified and they have removed a lot of the spike cards from the format, I think that it like
It's skill.
I think the skill
Not
back
skill.
gapping is going to be heavy. I think this is a format where good players will win,
Yeah.
and it's not just like, oh, I found my eye, pitch into my gold with my eye, up 2. Oh, there's my conquerors. I'll draw the conquerors, and I'll put this blue on top, and then I'll pitch a gold, and then I'll draw the blue, and then here's my conquerors, and then here's my charm, and I'll swing the
I've
charm,
seen a
and
lot
then
of new
pass to you.
players doing that.
This
exact
sounds
thing.
very personal.
Yeah.
No,
That's, example.
All the
think-
new players are doing
I
that
think-
line, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitching their
no,
eye.
but genuinely, like I think, but I think that not new players specifically,
No,
but
we know what you
players
mean,
that
we know what you mean.
don't quite
Playing
have the
against
skill
that,
level.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the I think Gravy is a deck that can see high roll spike turns due to
Yes.
M's, L's, Fables. I think like Kano, I think Acilio is a good example. As much as I love the deck, if you just see a bunch of instants and a Golden Flash with a Mind Warp in your arsenal, you're just off to the races, right? And that's not something you can just like. You can't just dig yourself out of holes in this format because you don't have access to funny overrate cards like Sink Below, Fade for Scene,
Yeah.
Root Bounds. You don't have Felling and Plow if you're on Earth Heroes. You don't have Ball Lightning if you're on Lightning Heroes. Obviously, that card's busted, but
Nobody has that.
I
card.
think it. Yeah, I just think it is gonna allow for like
So what you don't
way
like it?
bigger skill gapping. No. I like the format.
No, I mean
'cause
like as
'cause
like
it
a
also.
locals sort of teaching people to play thing.
No, I think I still think it's going to be really good for teaching people to play because you're still
Yeah.
going to get skill gapped in any format you play.
Yeah.
Blitz, CC, Limited, LL. It doesn't matter what you play. You're going to get skill gapped. The game is a skill intensive game. You're getting skill gapped regardless. But I do think the skill gapping in Silver Age has
Will
the
be
potential
bigger.
to be higher than that of CC because
And it probably
you lose
also
high roll
is less of a feels bad for a new player.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can probably get skill gapped in a CC. I mean, you will get skill gapped in a CC game. And then maybe they have a spike turn and something as well. And you're like, okay, cool. Did I really learn anything from this as a new player? Probably not.
Yeah.
Whereas in Silver Age, the power of everything is less. So you're getting skill gapped by the players having better mechanics with the game. And they're just playing that kind of stuff better. And then also, like, Hang on a second.
Oh my god, he's got the mum come in. He's had to drop the cam. Holy, I've lost the
My bad.
Hold for
holy.
I'm back,
What's
I'm
going on
back.
there? Who was that?
We'll
Dom?
cut that off in post. Don't worry.
I
about
will
that.
not be cutting that
No,
off
we'll
in
leave
post.
that
That's too much effort.
Yeah,
Dom, your nuggies are ready.
yeah. It is
Oh, don't do
lunchtime,
that
so
to
they're ready to go.
Don't do that to him.
But I think so playing a less powered format helps new players grasp the mechanics of it, and then like understanding where they went wrong, and it's just a bit easier because they're like, oh, I didn't block properly, or I overblocked, or I didn't use my hand, like that kind of stuff that you have to learn with the game anyway.
Yep.
You can I think learn and understand it and see the issue, or not the issues, but see your mistakes easier in a less in a powered
I
down
definitely
format.
think, I 100% agree with that. I think that mistake, can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to find mistakes in your gameplay when the format's powered down.
Yeah.
Because I think blocking decisions matter more, especially with like armor. We spoke about it last week in the pod, but like armor blocking is so important in this game, and I think it becomes more important in powered down formats. And I think when to push, when not to push, all of those things are more exaggerated in a lower power format because you don't have the potential to go, maybe I don't push here and I set up, and my opponent goes, haha, fuck you, I've drawn the funny thing and I'm going to do it this turn, and you're getting giga punished for not
like a silly
pushing
players.
when like it is. Yeah.
Here's
Like,
17
when it is-
gone in a flash is in a shock for 20 million.
Yeah.
Cop that,
Like when it
idiot.
is when it is objectively correct to set up because you have like a life lead.
Yeah.
Like a Dio player goes, I could push this turn, but also I could just set up a couple of these goated items and then next turn just kill him pretty much. And then your opponent on, like you said, Acilio, Gravy, Kano, whatever, Brute, any of the Brutes, like those heroes can just be like, haha, joke's on you, I've got the funny thing, you didn't make me block with any cards, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah.
And now you're on the back foot. And I think that happens a lot less in a lower power format, which I think it's good. I think it's going to. I feel like it sounds like I've made it out as if I don't like the format for new players. I think it's better for new players because it's going to be learning intricacies of the game is going to be easier with lower power.
It's definitely the better one. If there was a format to pick, because before it was just Blitz, and Blitz was still bad for the same reasons I was saying. It's like people have spike turns and they delete you by turn 2, and you're like, I didn't really learn anything.
Yeah,
I think
it teaches
it's
bad
definitely
fundamentals.
the best format out of everything so far for new people
I
to
agree
learn
with
from.
you, Sam.
So yeah, and then my only other thing in that sense for the community topic is that, like, what do you do as a, like, if you're running CC armories every week, do you now introduce every second week as a Silver Age week? Like how do you incorporate that?
Surely you just run like a
into-
Saturday event.
Granted, I do think that our area is different to most. From what I've heard from people, I don't think most areas do exclusively CC with no leeway for any other formats.
Yeah, we're very special.
We are very autistic with our CC. We love our CC, and we're very stubborn.
Look, I'd give up one every couple of weeks.
But I mean, Silver Age, all of us have said here we like Silver Age and we're interested to play. I'm getting a similar vibe from the other guys in the community that it's not bad. It's not a bad format to play. So it's like we could do it every.
I got a good idea. You do it
No, I
on
think-
trade night when nobody really wants to be there anyway. We play Silver Age.
Yeah,
Pog.
Genius.
I think.
True.
Look, I think my thoughts with this is the only thing I see that's like a glaring issue for me is like translating heroes from Silver Age into CC doesn't work as well as it did in Blitz because we have so many. Like the pool is so vast. Like imagine you get a new player and they're like, God, I love playing Icelander, and they're like, I want to play CC, and you're like, well, it's not really a hero. Or they're like, oh, I'm playing Oldham, I want to play Oldham, and you're like, well, we got this dude called Jarl. He's kind of like trash. You can play him. Like, there's a lot of heroes in the game that new players could play.
you can crack
and
a
they're
knife
I mean, you
Well,
have the
no matter
same.
Jimmy's.
You have the same thing with Blitz too. Like it's the similar.
You also have the same with.
It's a lot
You also have the
closer.
same with, and not that. Well, not that new players are playing it, but you also have the same issue with LL, right? Like every format's different. It's like big shocker.
Yeah, but
Like,
you're not
I
teaching
don't know.
people on LL though. Is what I'm saying. I'm like, I think
No, I know. Yeah.
I think that the format's still really good to teach people with, like Silver Age. But I also think that
Yeah.
if players
But
are learning
I think
on
the thing that
heroes that aren't in the format of CC, and they want
Yeah.
to translate to it, it's a lot harder. Like I guess that like Icelander, you go, well, we have Verdance and it's kind of similar. You got Jarl for Oldham.
Well, I do think that the reason that this format is going to be the best for what you're saying, even though you're making it sound like you don't like it, I think the reason that it'll be the best for it.
no, I like
is
it.
'cause
I
they
like
go,
it. I like it.
Yeah, no, I know you like the format, but in a sense of like translating to CC, they go, oh, I really like this Icelander hero. I want to play it in CC, and then we go, can't play it in CC, and they go, oh well, I spent $0 on this deck. I'll just fucking play something else if I want to play CC. Like there's zero financial investment in this format, which I think is the coolest draw to it, because if you go, oh, like when someone goes, oh yeah, I made this sick Emperor list in Blitz, and I love the Emperor, he's so fun. And they're like, oh, can I play him in CC? No. They're like, cool, well, I bought Stormies,
Look,
Brave Forge Braces,
Yeah.
Grains,
to be fair,
and it's
no
like,
new
how do I
players
put these
are
in a
playing
deck?
Emperor, dude. No one's getting into the game
But
on
you-
Blitz and going,
It's true.
I'll play Emperor. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I mean, sure, well, you could translate it with, it's the same thing with Dromai. They go, oh, I love Dromai, I want to play this in CC. And you go, yeah, well, you can't. They go, cool, well, I now own Dragonscaler Flight Path, Flamescale Furnace, Burn Bears.
Yeah. But look, I'd assume
all
that
these
like,
Majestics, and you go, well, what deck can I put them in? You're like, you could
Ninja.
make a shit Syndra list that doesn't run Flamescale.
They all run
You have to buy a different chess piece.
no, I'm just saying. Look, what I'm saying is that the format, I think, it's a very good format to learn on. I just think a lot of the heroes don't translate well. They do in a weird sense as well. Like I'm saying, like you can, if they're playing Icelander, you can jump them over to Verdance or something. But also in my mind, I'm like, if I'm teaching people on Silver Age, they don't have their own deck. I'm showing them my stuff, and they're playing with my decks or like decks that people have. Because like if someone buys into Dromai, say in Blitz, they're not buying into that deck without first asking, can I translate this into CC, right? Like, they're not buying all this shit. And
That's
they're
what I was
going,
gonna, that's what I was
fine."
gonna say. Like,
You say that, but like
in a
some people don't
situation-
have the locals they don't have the local support. So when they want to play, like, I've heard of tons of people that buy into decks or whatever because their local scene they don't have a local scene, and then by the time they realize that it doesn't get support, like, we are lucky that we have such a
Yeah, but surely they're asking
close-knit.
that question first. No one's buying Dromai with all the stuff, buying Legis and all that shit without first knowing whether they can translate it into CC, though.
I think you'd be surprised at the decisions that some people make.
Well, maybe they're just
So,
stupid.
that's all I'm saying. I'd agree with you, but
If you did that, you're
I think-
stupid. That's facts.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think
but
you'd
also,
wanna-
I think like if we're
you have to
using
cater for
Project
stupid
Blue
people
or
at the end of the day.
yeah,
They exist.
But if we're using Project Blue and Blitz or whatever to teach people, and like you said, Sam, you're lending Ledex because no one's buying. You're not going to buy product to build. You know, theoretically, that's what we assume, whether or not it happens. But it's just so then you would kind of hope that the guy or girl showing you how to play the game also says, "Hey, you can't really play this hero in CC. Let's play heroes that are in CC." You know, like you would hope that they would guide you down the path to not make that mistake as well. Would be ideally. And if they go, "Oh, I really love Jomai because you know she's super cool dragon stuff," you're like, "Okay, cool. Well, yeah, you can play that in Blitz. You just FYI can't play it in CC." And they go,
Not yet.
"That's okay. I only really like playing Blitz anyway." So
Yeah, and then that's when you find out that they're a freak.
Yeah, I was about to say similar shit. You like to play Blitz too? Yeah, well,
Alright.
head out to Toowoomba. They've got a great, thriving scene. Sam Terzis backs all that up, so...
Sam Terzis does love
That's
Blitz.
true.
Ah,
He does love
that's what
Blitz.
I've
Blitz,
heard.
God, man. If only we had
Well-
Blitz PQs, he'd be winning all of them.
He would be, yeah.
It's too good, dude.
Well, with that, I think we can all agree, like, Silver Age good. I think we like Silver Age.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see where the format goes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it evolve and grow into a real format that new players can use as a new stepping stone to get into Flesh and Blood, get into CC, become competitive powerhouses, all of the above. But with that, I think we're going to be wrapping up the episode here. I didn't mention at the start, But if you've made it this far, thank you. If you've got any questions for us in the next pod, put them in the comments below, or you can DM us on the Instagram that'll be on the screen. But with that, we will see you guys next week for another episode.
Whoa, yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.